The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball like he's... early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Trying to impose their will with the run. Pirouettes through. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for...
Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah,
and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, first and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold them to a field goal.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Handoff from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can themselves in good positions.
They'll go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shabera. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Ducks are marching down the field. Wide out in motion. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. He finds his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense a...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the return, it's Ventura. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Quarterback moving. He'll get rid of it. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Pulls it in. It's Shabera.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can shake people off. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to New Mexico State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Getting some heat. He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Quick with the spin move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ballgame.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun. Fires to the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Running back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback. An interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
This is a third and long. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. And as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last time, David, it was one.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Still running at the 40. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass.
Looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had an enjoyable day there today in Eugene. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
The Ducks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes.
The return is brought down at the 14, and the Penn State offense will take over.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. And the Nittany Lions want to move quickly. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Murphy. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He's going to get loose. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Bulls his way forward. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Might as well give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. They're trailing by 10 to New Mexico State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down here for the offense. They go to the draw. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man to the left. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Now they'll run the draw. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. The offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You got an extra DB. You got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Got his man on the right, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Great protection there, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it, nice strike.
Running back searching for a hole. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a
Pickup of 5.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
The give to the single back. Can't get him to the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cover the final 29 yards for that touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
This is such a frustrating feeling. When you got a defense that drops back, takes away all the immediate options, does a really good job with the first play, the pass play, but then you got a quarterback that just pulls it down, easily gets the first down. I just don't know how you stop a guy like this.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Makes a connection. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Slings it. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Makes the grab. It's Diaz. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point in the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw it again. Dances away to buy time. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The 8th play of You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Snowed under by the defense.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Fast motion from the offense. Wants to go up top. Feeling some heat. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you... too much, the defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to move it through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Oregon! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Some heat on that completion. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's got it. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one?
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of...